JBN, we keep you informed. My daughter did not deserve this. The pain was hard to miss in Pauline Smith's voice as she asked the question uttermost in everyone's mind: how can Jamaicans be so wicked? Speaking about the murder of her daughter, Stefika Smith, she also hit out at those freely sharing images on social media of her daughter's mutilated body. The family is not coping well. She's my only daughter, my last child, the mother shared, adding that she would have felt better if Stefika had been killed in a car accident. How can Jamaicans be so wicked and cruel? Do they have children? She didn't do anything to deserve that, Smith said. Stefika, student of Mapen High, went missing on Saturday, May 11, and according to her mother, she knew it was a lost cause about 8:30 that night when she hadn't heard anything from her by then. My first reaction was, where could she be? As she's not a child to be out at night. When I phoned to find out where my daughter was, her friend said she didn't know. She doesn't go to anybody's house without my permission, Smith said. Smith said that she took her daughter to Mapen on Friday night to study for the ongoing CSEC exams with her friend. She checked in to say she was going to Burger King on Saturday, which checks later confirmed. So when her friend told me she was not with her, nor the others she usually hung out with, I started to weep, shared Smith. I need victory. I need this thing to be solved. I need justice, and I know the High Commissioner from England will help me. Smith said it was time for the Jamaican government to do more. If the pain is too much, I lost an angel. What the government of Jamaica putting in place for all these children going missing? What changes are they putting in place? Are you going to sit down and wait for another mother to lose a child? We need change, and we need to see it done now, Mr. Government, Smith said. Stefika was found in bushes in the footpath area on Monday, 2 days after she went missing. Meanwhile, the Clarendon police are reporting that the taxi operator was taken into custody in relation to the murder. Probe into the death of Smith has been released. The man who was detained after the discovery of the teen's body last week will, however, remain under investigation despite being out of custody. He was released on Friday after his attorney made a habeas corpus application in court, which resulted in the police being required to charge a person of interest or release them. Titchfield mourns promising student amid anxiety over others injured. Hours before, 13-year-old Titchfield High School student Pranjal Jasti perished in an accident on Monday. The 8th grader was harboring high hopes as he attended an interview seeking to join the quiz team. On Tuesday, crying classmates adorned his empty desk and chair with flowers as they tried to come to terms with the painful reality that Pranjal would not be joining them for any more classes. Shortly after 3 p.m. on Monday, a 15-seater minibus carrying 27 persons plunged into a ravine after failing to negotiate a corner along the Black Hill Main Road in Portland. Pranjal was pronounced dead, while 23 other students, along with an adult female passenger, the driver and the conductor, were hospitalized. 20 of the students in the crash attended Titchfield High, while 4 were enrolled at Port Antonio High. 14 students were released from the hospital on Tuesday. It was a very brilliant child, very promising, Titchfield Principal Richard Thompson said as he reflected on Pranjal on Tuesday. Only yesterday, Monday, the very day he died, he was interviewed to be a part of our quiz team. Titchfield High were crowned TVJ Schools Challenge Quiz champions in 2016 and were the runners-up to Monroe College a year later. Thompson said the students are suffering from minor cuts and bruises, broken limbs, whiplash, and back injuries. Some students were also scheduled to undergo further tests to determine the extent of their injuries. It is a very difficult period. We have experienced death at the school before, but this one is hard. I just hope and pray that eventually we'll get over it, Thompson said. The headmaster said it was necessary to bring the school population together on Tuesday to make them aware of the situation and to share the names of those involved in the accident so that they could grieve collectively, as the Education Ministry trauma team assisted with counseling. There's a lot of anxiety. People are still in shock. People are angry at the transportation system. The question the students are asking is, why is it that a bus that is supposed to carry 12 or 15 students or people was allowed to take that many? I don't know. I don't have the answers. I don't even have a plan, Thompson said as he fought back tears. In the wake of Monday's accident, the police revealed that the driver had been charged 2 weeks ago for operating an overloaded bus, and the head of the Portland Police Division has vowed to stamp out the practice. This lapping up of students in minibuses will not continue under my watch, Superintendent Dwayne Wellington said. The driver involved in Monday's fatal accident was prosecuted earlier for transporting 27 people in a minibus. We'll be out there monitoring the situation. Buses are checked in Port Antonio by the police, but along the route additional passengers are picked up, which results in an overload, he explained. 10 Hanover residents charged by L0ttery for lottery scamming. 10 persons were arrested and charged in Hanover on allegations of being involved in lottery scamming. The arrest follows simultaneous operation in sections of Phoenixtown and the Suntoy area of the parish by the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Branch L0ttery, assisted by personnel from the Hanover Police and members of the military. The police say the operation is the culmination of a 2-year investigation into the illicit lottery scam. L0ttery says the probe commenced in 2017 into breaches of the law reform fraudulent transactions in the western region of the island. This led to the arrest and charge of 30-year-old Anita Brown in August 2018 for the offenses of obtaining money by false pretense and conspiracy to obtain money by false pretense. Her next court appearance is scheduled for Tuesday, May 28, 2019 in the Hanover Parish Court. Regarding yesterday's operation, the police say between 5 a.m. and 8:45 a.m., 13 persons were taken into custody for breaches of the Law Reform Fraudulent Transaction Act. 10 were subsequently arrested and charged. Charged are Travis Coates, 30-year-old bartender; Kadeem Harvey, 23-year-old plumber; Khadijah Harvey, 23-year-old call center operator; Marvin Sanderson, 38-year-old laborer; Sandika Parkins, 27-year-old laborer; Omar Reed, 25-year-old boat operator; Courtney Littlejohn, 24-year-old carpenter; Sharon Kerr, 49-year-old unemployed; Ronoy Reed, otherwise called Mampy, 27-year-old sales clerk of John Crow Hill District; and Chris Roy Reed, 23-year-old of Cave Valley. All 10 are scheduled to appear before the Hanover Parish Court on Tuesday, May 28. Junction residents nervy after heavily harmed robbers take millions. Residents of the once sleepy town of Junction in St. Elizabeth are at their nerves' edge following last weekend's multi-million-dollar robbery by heavily armed men at a popular supermarket in the area. It was the latest in a series of gun robberies that have been taking place in the town and its environs in recent times. Reports are that the robbers, armed with high-powered assault rifles, swarmed the in-town supermarket on Sunday and held customers and the staff there at gunpoint as they demanded cash. The robbers reportedly made off with millions of dollars and 2 licensed firearms which belonged to the owner of the supermarket and a customer who was shopping at the time of the robbery. The Corporate Communications Unit of the Jamaica Constabulary Force has confirmed the incident. One resident of Junction said the community has been infested with strange-looking men in recent times and believes those men are responsible for the surge of robberies in a section of Jamaica that has been relatively crime-free. I don't know if it's because of the state of emergency in the West, but in recent times the place full of strange men with bleach-out face and tight pants. Over the last month or so, a lot of bars and liquor shops get robbed by the gunman them. This is not the Junction we know. We're not used to them things around here, said the resident who asked not to be identified. Junction is one of the main town areas in the farming belt of South St. Elizabeth. That section of Jamaica, known as the breadbasket of the island, produces most of the scallion, thyme, tomatoes, and other provisions that supply the rest of the country. A high percentage of its residents are farmers. The robbery took place just meters from the Junction police station, which was converted from a residence. Police in the town, while they do occasionally deal with cases of robbery, mainly face complaints of domestic disputes or predial larceny. A female resident who resides in a district close to the town complains that the police are under-resourced and called on the authorities to boost up the stock of service vehicles and deploy more cops in the community to stem the rising tide of robberies. The poor police them don't even have enough vehicle, not even enough police now down here. In the past, them never have too much to do, but now the thieving boy them start take a serious set pan way, and we hope them don't wait till an innocent get shot and killed before them hear we cry, the woman said. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.